Right now, somewhere inside you, a quiet conversation is happening. Your bladder is talking to your brain, and in a few hours, it's going to say something you've said no to 1,000 times before. You'll feel it, that small, familiar pressure, and you'll think, not yet. You're in a meeting, you're on the highway, you're one episode deep, and you don't want to move. So you ignore it without a second thought. You do it every single day. Here's what's happening. Lining the wall of your bladder are thousands of tiny stretch receptors. As urine collects and the wall expands, those receptors begin to fire. They send a signal through thin nerve fibers into the base of your spine, at the spinal segments doctors call S2 through S4. From there, the message climbs all the way to a small cluster of cells deep inside your brainstem. In 1921, a London surgeon named Frederick Barrington went looking for that cluster. Working with COTS, he made tiny, precise lesions in the brainstem, one region at a time, and he found that one specific spot, and only that spot, controlled urination. Damage it, and the bladder simply stopped emptying. Today, doctors still call that region Barrington's nucleus, also known as the brain's urination control center. It's mission control for one of the most basic things your body does. First, the bacteria. Urine isn't meant to sit. Flushing it out regularly is one of the main ways your body clears bacteria from the urinary tract. Let it pool, and you create what doctors call urinary stasis, where urine simply sits instead of flowing out. Still, warm, waiting. A perfect place for bacteria to multiply. In 2022, a study published in the journal BMC Infectious Diseases followed 778 women. Among those who habitually held their urine, 29% developed a urinary tract infection. Among those who didn't, it was 18%. And the most common reason they gave for holding it, they didn't trust that public bathrooms were clean enough. A small, understandable daily choice, quietly raising the odds of infection. Then there's the muscle. Your bladder empties by squeezing. A bladder muscle called the detrusor contracts and pushes the urine out. But stretch that muscle too far, too often, and over time, it can weaken, like a spring left overstretched. A weaker bladder doesn't empty all the way, which leaves more urine behind, which means more stasis, more pressure, and less control. Make a habit of holding it for long periods, and over time, your bladder may become less effective at emptying completely. Repeatedly ignoring the urge may gradually make it harder to recognize your bladder's normal signals. In rare cases, the result is something most people don't believe is possible. The bladder wall, stretched past its limit, with no alarm left to stop it, simply tears. Doctors call this a spontaneous bladder rupture, a rare tear in the bladder wall. The medical literature contains case after case, very often after a night of heavy drinking. When it happens, urine leaks into the abdomen, a place it was never meant to be. That can trigger a severe, life-threatening infection. Before fast surgery existed, it was frequently fatal. So the next time you feel it, that small pressure, that quiet, not yet forming in your mind, remember what it actually is. It's not your bladder being full. It's a message sent early, climbing all the way to a tiny spot in your brainstem that a surgeon discovered more than 100 years ago. It's bacteria you can't see, a muscle you can't feel, slowly wearing out, a safety valve quietly asking to be heard. You'll still say, in a minute, everybody does, just maybe don't make it too long, because that urge was never nagging you. It was looking out for you. And most of us spend our entire lives telling it to wait.